My name's Andrew Baker, and this is a lesson on basic chords, or learning how to play basic chords. Now I'm going to use the piano because I think it's a really logical instrument. It goes from low to high, and you can see it visually, and that makes it quite straightforward to teach chords on, as opposed to guitar or maybe voice. It can be quite hard to sing multiple notes at the same time, so we're going to stick with the keys. I like to teach this lesson with chords to students because it's a way of engaging them and getting them up and having success really quickly in a modern age where I'm fighting against attention from computer games and social media and all the rest of it. But this is something where they can have some success reasonably quickly. And they can get up and learn to play their favourite songs and songs they listen to on the radio without the years and years of learning that comes with learning notes on the page. But there's a few things we need to go through first. What is a chord? Probably is the number one thing. And basically that is two or more notes played at the same time. Like that, for example, or that, or that. You get the idea. But the type of chords I'm going to teach today are called triads. Tri being three notes played at the same time, for example, like that. So a triad, basically on the piano, really simplistically, if you take a note, skip one, next one, skip one, next one, and play them all together, you have a basic triad. There you go. These triads also have a quality. They can sound happy, like this one, or you can make them sound sad by just changing the middle note here, lowering it down a little bit. And now you can hear it's a sad sounding chord, so happy, sad. Now in the key of C major, where we can play all the white notes, we can build a chord, skip one, next one, skip one, next one, on any of the white notes. Or I could build one here, on the G, skip one, next one, skip one, next one, play that, and there is a G chord. So in the key of C major, really all the chords would involve just the white notes. But all these chords, as you go up, do have different qualities. Quality is major, minor. There is one oddball one here, which is a diminished chord, but you don't have to worry about that for now, really. For example, major, it's a minor chord, it's another minor chord, it's a major, minor, that funny diminished one, and then you're back to major again. You're back where you started, you're just an octave up. Notice that the notes are different, and you can play them up here, you can play them up here if you like, and where you play them is really just a matter for you and personal taste. Alright, so if you want to get up and running with a piece of music, it's important that you find something that's easy and straightforward. But one here in Australia that I point students towards is Riptide by Vance Joy. Why do I use that one? Because all the kids know it, it's relatively recent, and I know that the chords are simple. There's only 3 chords in this song. And not only is it simple on piano, it's also simple on guitar, so they can go and move around different instruments, and I know that they're likely to have a good rate of success. Now it is important that you put the word chords after the song, or you're not going to find what you're looking for. You Google that, and with most, all pop songs, you're going to find chords there somewhere, but generally the website that's coming up on top most these days is Ultimate Guitar, and it is a good site, and their tabs are good and they're free, and you can get on there and find what you need. Right, something you need to know about these websites is they're quite often going to have information for different instruments, and you're just going to need to know how to decipher what you need and what you don't need. We're playing piano today, and there's a lot of reference on here to guitar. So difficulty, novice, that's good. Tuning, well, that's for guitar. Capo, that's for guitar. Key, it says B flat minor there. which is right, sort of, but in a very musical, academic way. So let that go as well. Strumming patterns. These are strumming patterns for guitar. Obviously, we don't need them for piano, but can I say, if you're learning this for guitar as well, or you're going to learn it on guitar, don't get too caught up in the strumming patterns. I see kids getting all wound up about, I've got to do 2 downs and an up and a down. I tell them, look, don't worry about that at the early stages. Just strumming the chords in roughly the right spot is what you want to be doing to start with. You can get really bogged down in strumming patterns, and it's really not all that important. At the end of the day, who cares if you're playing a slightly different strumming pattern to the original song? Are you really trying to make it sound like the original song? Or we're here to learn and enjoy music and enjoy a thing called interpretation, which is kind of like doing it your own way, which is being creative, which is what this is all about as well. Right, so now I'm down to the area that is of interest to me, and it's got some information about chords. I can see here we've got A minor, G, and then C, and then A minor, and then G, and then C again, and then we hit verse 1 where it's A minor, G, C, A minor, G, C, and already you can start to see a pattern, which is why I chose this song. It's a 3-chord song, and it repeats those 3 chords throughout the entire song, which makes it really easy to learn, and there are loads of songs like this. So when you're learning, I encourage you to find a song that's only got 3 or 4 chords in it, because it's straightforward, and you can have success really early on. A with a little m after it. The little m means minor. All of the other chords, the G chords and the C chords in here, are major. It doesn't say major, but if there's nothing there, we assume that they're major. So we assume it's happy, unless it says it's sad, like the A minor. So A, skip one, next one, skip one, next one. That's an A chord. How do you know that it's minor at this point? Well, really probably the easiest way is just by listening. And if you're not sure, play around with that middle note, which controls whether it's major or minor. If I send that middle note down, if I send it down, I haven't done that note, skip one, next one, skip one, next one. So I can see, visually I can see that that's not it. But I go to the middle one. If I go up, that's your major there. Can you hear that it's a bit happy? Minor. So the minor's the one I want, A minor. Now, the next chord I want is a G, so I build a triad off G, G, skip one, next one, skip one, next one. G major, sounds happy. Can't be that. There's the minor there, you can hear it. Happy, sad. And the C chord I've already shown you. So to play this song, I literally just go A minor, halfway through the intro, A minor, G, C, verse 1. I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. And it's just like that. Pretty straightforward, really. So when you get bored of doing that with one hand and just those basic triads, the next obvious step I tell students is to add some depth by using this other thing that is attached to your body and is capable of playing notes. And treat it like your bass guitar. It's going to play the bass notes of the song. So if I'm playing a A minor chord in my right hand, just support that with a bit of depth by just playing the A, which is also the root note. We call that the root note of the chord. We support that at the bottom in the bass. And then the G, and the C. And straight away you can hear the difference that makes to our song. The other thing you could do to take that another step further is, assuming your hands are big enough, if you're an adult they will be, if you're a student maybe, play the A, then play a deeper A and add even more depth to it. Away we go. We're playing with chords. For point of a second example, another song which is probably better known more globally is Bruno Mars' Marry You. I've done this search already, so it's just popped up. It's another 3-chord song, really easy. Look, the first one that comes up is Ultimate Guitar again. I load it up. Here's all this gumph about guitar, which we don't need. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here we go. Intro. D. So D. Skip one, next one. Skip one, next one. Except that happens to be a minor chord. I don't know if you can hear that. But again, playing around with that middle note and you'll find that it's major. Minor, major. So support that with the notes down the bottom. We've got that D's, E minor. Sorry, I told a lie. No, it is a 3-chord song. 3-chord. I didn't tell a lie. All right. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I want to marry you. Is it that look in your eyes? Or is it this dancing juice? Who cares, baby? I think I want to marry you. As simple as that. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this basic lesson on applying chords to the piano, and I hope that it can get your music journey started. Enjoy.